Hello, today we're going to be showing you how to back a trailer in American Truck Simulator, starting with the very basics and moving on to slightly more advanced concepts. Today we're going to be using a full-size tractor with a 53-foot long dry van trailer. This is the most commonly used tractor and trailer combination used in the U.S. For fleet carriers. Before I go ahead and show you the basics, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some things you can do to help you out in your backing before you even put your truck into reverse. If you go into your graphics settings here, as you'll see, I have all these cranked up. Most people probably will not be able to have all of these settings turned on. So here is a few highlights of what will help you out the most. Your internal resolution right here will probably play the biggest role, because not only will you be able to see out of your mirrors better, but you'll also be able to see detail in the background better. The best settings would be 1080p, which is designated in the drop down window here as 1920 by 1080. Anything above that obviously would be better, but 1080p is the sweet spot. The second best setting you can use here is your mirror resolution. This will give you better visibility in your mirrors, but it will not give you better visibility for details in the background. And number 3 is your scaling. I keep it at 400%. 400% along with 1080p gives you close to 4K quality for not nearly the hit and performance that your computer will get for rendering 4K images. So with that out of the way, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the very basics of backing. And what we're going to do is we're going to drive into this Walmart distribution center here. And when you get on the property here, do note that in real life, most places that you will pick up and deliver from will have a 10 to 15 mile an hour speed limit. Most of them will be 10 miles an hour. I usually keep my truck in 4th gear to keep myself under that speed limit, just for immersion sake. And also adding the hazard lights also helps with that immersion factor also, because many shipping yards will require you to have your hazards on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make a U-turn, and I'm going to show you a maneuver that is taught very commonly in CDL schools across the United States as one of the first things that they teach their students to help them get control of their trailer while backing. And it's a very simple maneuver. It's just called a straight back. What you will do is you will get on a very long pathway like this Walbert distribution center that has a very long area for you to go back and forth and practice this maneuver. And basically what you will do is you will go into reverse, and as straightly as possible you will try to back all the way up until the edge of the property, designated by the fence back there. As you do this, your trailer is going to go to the left and the right. Now as you see, if I turn my wheel to the passenger side here, what will happen is my trailer will come out on the driver's side. So everything you do to the wheel, the opposite is going to happen to the trailer. To correct this, what you want to do is you want to straighten out your wheel and then turn towards the direction of the mirror that your trailer is sticking out. Now when you see I have it turned towards the mirror here, what will happen is it will straighten out on that side. Now if I turn the wheel to the driver's side, what you'll see in the passenger side window is the trailer will stick out on the passenger side. And so what we will do is we will straighten out the wheel, and to correct this, we will turn the wheel towards the passenger side window where the trailer is sticking out. And as you see, that works itself out very conveniently. And what you'll want to do is you will want to get to the very edge of the property, and using only your mirrors, not looking out of your window, try to back up all the way. You may want to try this many times just to get the hang of how your trailer will behave as you back in a straight line. Once you get this skill down, it will help you in your backing. If you hit the property over there, it's fine. Really, the idea is just to learn to gain control of your trailer here and see how your trailer is going to react to various things that you do with the steering wheel while backing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to reset our combination here and move it in a position that would be representative of us just coming into the yard. So when you come into the yard and you go to pick up from the yard, you'll usually be roughly about right here where it says press the following key to accept a job. And they will have you deliver to someplace, or not deliver, but they'll have you park your trailer in a certain spot. One of those, what do you call them? Crap. Places where you'll pick up your load. You'll back the trailer all the way up to the door there, and they will put the load into your trailer and you'll take off. Usually this spot will be, as you'll see those doors, each one of them are numbered 1 through 12. You see 12 is the closest one to us. They'll usually have you park, say, where number 8 is. So let's say you come to this Walbert distribution center looking for a load to take off. And you come up here and you press enter and accept a load from this distribution center, and they tell you to park your trailer in bay number 8. What you'll want to do is you'll want to drive up here to bay number 8. And as you'll see, bay number 8 is open for us to pick up a load from. But the problem is that the direction we are pointing in will not allow us to do sight-side backing. Sight-side being where you can look out of your window here and back into your bay. If we try to back from this facing this position, we'll have to use the passenger side mirror in order to guide our trailer into the bay. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to get the truck and trailer pointed in the opposite direction. And how you'll do that is you will look for a spot to pull a U-turn. And in this yard, it's pretty easy to find out. In fact, I've already showed you where the spot on this yard is to pull a U-turn. So we're going to go over to the spot, perform our U-turn. I like to shift down into third to take this turn, just to give you a little bit more turning radius. And when you get pointed the right direction, you want to get as close to the docking bays as possible without hitting these trailers. The reason for this is because when you go to back your trailer into the bay, your truck will slide out that direction towards the edge of the property at the fence. If you are too close to the fence when you are trying to perform your maneuver, your truck may end up hitting the fence over there. And you can avoid this happening by being as close to the docking bays as possible when you go to set up for your maneuver. So we'll find bay number 8 and get parallel to it right here, to where when you're looking out of the window here, you can look directly at bay number 8. And we will drive one more space past it to where we would be looking out the window and be looking straight at bay number 9. Once you get to this position, what you'll want to do is turn your wheel this way and come this way with your truck. And since this yard is so small, you cannot get perfectly perpendicular to the bay area. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to start turning this direction now that you are in this position, and try to get again parallel with your docking bay. And you want to get your trailer in a position to where when you start to make your maneuver, you have room to do so. Now, as I told you, everything you do to the steering wheel, the opposite will happen with your trailer as you back up. So, we want our trailer to come to the driver's side. So what we will do is we will turn to the passenger side and make an aggressive maneuver to try to get our trailer into bay number 8. Now this maneuver, there's really no textbook way to do this. You basically just have to do it off of feel. And as soon as I get into reverse here, we can perform our maneuver. And as you get closer to your bay, you can start seeing the line that separates your bay from the bays around it. And you can use that as a guide to guide your trailer in. And again, just going off of feel, how hard you need to turn the wheel to get your trailer in there. is an acquired skill. And sometimes you may need to get out of the interior view to make sure you're not hitting the trailer on the other side. This will not break the immersion factor because in real life, many fleet carriers have a program called GOAL, Get Out and Look, when backing, because getting out of your, stopping during a maneuver, getting out of your truck, and looking around to make sure you are clear of other trucks and trailers cuts down on a lot of 18-wheeler accidents in shipping yards. It saves them a lot of money. That's why they implemented this program. So now that we know we're clear on both sides, we will go ahead and continue our maneuver. And as you see, when we get to the docks, there will be 2 horizontal lines on each side of the bay. These lines are to guide your trailer in, because if your trailer is covering up one of those lines, you are not in the bay properly. What you want to do is you want to have those lines showing up on both sides of your trailer. So this gives you another thing to use as a guide to guide your trailer in. So you do not want to cover up that horizontal line with your trailer, but you want to get very close to it also. Okay, now that we are touching our bay here, we will again get out and look. And we're not 100% straight, but we are basically clear on both sides. Now if you want to go for realism, you would take another pull up. You would pull all the way over to the edge of the property, and you will back up and try to get your trailer straight as possible. But for the purpose of this video, you basically get the point. Now, when you're going to drop off a load, as opposed to picking one up at one of these Walbert distribution centers, they will have you deliver in the back of the facility. And there are 2 types of deliveries that you can make here. A 40 experience delivery, and there is a 90 experience delivery. The 40 experience delivery is very similar to picking up a load here at the bay number 8 that we just picked up from. And so, for the purpose of the video, I am not going to show that, because you would not learn anything that you have not just learned in the past, say, minute and a half. However, you will learn something from the 90 experience drop-off, because that is a blind side backing maneuver that is needed in order to get into that docking bay. Oh, we crashed into a vehicle. So that just broke that immersion, but anyway, this is roughly where you would be when you go to drop off. You would hit enter to say where you want to deliver at, and they give you the choice of the 90 experience delivery, and you accept it. You will have to come this direction, as opposed to the other direction you would take if you were to accept the 40 experience delivery. So let's get in the 4th gear here. And you'll come back around to the back of the facility, avoiding all the obstacles along the way. Again, you want to be careful to not hit anything and cost yourself or your company any money. And you will see a trailer right here. On the other side of this trailer is an empty docking bay. And that docking bay is where you will need to deliver in the 90 experience delivery. And I am going to show you how to make that delivery. What you want to do is you want to come as far as it will let you come over here, so that way you can clear the trailer in your way. And again, once you clear the trailer, you want to get as close to the docking bay as you can get without hitting any of the trailers, because we're making a blindside backing maneuver, meaning we will be using our passenger side mirror to guide our trailer in. And when doing this, blindside backing is much harder to do than sight side, because you can look out of your mirror. You are much closer to this mirror and you can see much more detail. And so basically the goal of your blindside backing maneuver is getting yourself into the hole enough, into the bay enough, to where you can pull up and turn towards the driver's side and turn your whole situation into a situation where you can make a sight side maneuver into the docking bay. You do not have to get it perfect trying to park it blindside. That is nearly impossible to do it like that, and there's no need to put yourself through that heartache. So what you'll do is you will set yourself up just like a sight side, but in reverse, getting your trailer cocked and in position to turn. And you may have to get very close to your TV right here in order to see a lot of detail in your passenger side mirror. And just remember that your blind side doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you don't hit anything on either side. And you just gotta get your trailer close enough to the hole. Oh, I might be getting too close to one side. And we're almost perfect in there. Not quite, but we're much better than anyone, even myself, should reasonably expect. And now that we're pretty much close enough, we can now turn in that direction and turn this into a sight side maneuver. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this way, making sure we don't hit this over there, and then try to get our trailer as cocked as possible. And then we will need to make a very aggressive maneuver in order to get this trailer into bay number 23 here. And you also, while doing this, you want to make sure you're not jackknifing your trailer either. Because that's never any fun, and other drivers will laugh at you and make fun of you for doing so. And we've almost made too much of an aggressive maneuver, and if you do that, it's no big deal. And just set yourself up again. And we won't come in quite as aggressively this time, but still very aggressively. just because of the angle we're coming in at. And if you have to, just come to a stop to slow yourself down. Give your combination more time to get turned. Again, this is no rush or anything. The goal is to deliver successfully, not deliver in world record time. So we're pretty close here. Yep. And if you hit the back right there, it's not a huge deal, because in real life those have rubber bushings there that are meant to come into contact with the trailer. The reason being is that forklifts have to drive off of the docking bay and onto your trailer in order to load it up. So there's got to be some sort of physical contact between your trailer and the docking bay. Now that we've taken a pull up, we can sort of reassess our situation here. And we're almost good. And basically all you want to do is get yourself straightened up. And we're pretty straight. And what we need to do now is we need to shimmy ourselves on the driver's side just a little bit. Because as you can see, we're sticking out way far on the passenger side. And yeah, as you can see in the passenger side mirror, you can't even see that horizontal yellow line. So to shimmy yourself, you'll come this way a bit, then you'll come to the passenger side a little bit, and then you'll come back over here to pivot your trailer. And now let's try to make this maneuver. And as you can see, we're already in way better position to hit that horizontal line than we were. So, we have the horizontal line on that side. We have the horizontal line on this side. And we're actually fairly straight in here. So that's going to do it here for teaching you how to back a trailer in ATS. All of the basics, and showing you how to do some of the maneuvers at the Walbert distribution center. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.